In Parshas Vaeschanan, we're told that Hashem will pay back His enemies in their lifetime. Rashi explains what that means is if we have an enemy of Hashem, a wicked man, yet he's done something good, rather than allowing that person to be paid back in the world to come, Hashem pays him back for whatever good he's done in this world, so that when he dies, he's destroyed totally and completely. This Rashi is difficult to understand if we take into account the fact that this man is an enemy of Hashem. That's how the pasuk refers to him. The Chovos HaLevavos explains to us that on balance Hashem owes us nothing. If a human being were ever to be a complete total tzaddik, spending every single moment of his life completely dedicated to Hashem, that which Hashem has done for him far outweighs anything that that man could ever do for Hashem. And if Hashem would ever enter into judgment with us, what did I give to you versus what did you give back to me, explains the Chovos HaLevavos, there'd be nothing left whatsoever. If so, the question is, if this man is an enemy of Hashem, why doesn't Hashem just say, all that I've given to you, I've given you health, I've given you well-being, there's nothing that I owe you? Why does Hashem feel the need to pay this man back, even in this world, when he's a wicked man, use the strict system of justice? What you've done, what you've accomplished, is nothing compared to what I've done for you. The man should be dead, finished, nothing to pay back. And I believe the answer to this question is based on understanding the balance between Rachamim and Din. When Hashem created the world, if it could be, Hashem thought to create it with the Middah of Din. The Middah of Din is strict justice. What you do, you're responsible for. However, the problem is that any man, even the greatest man, could not survive in that system. Even a great tzaddik at some point will veer off, and the Middah of Din is so demanding. How dare you violate the will of Hashem, the creator of the heavens and earth? The Middah Hadin would demand immediate retribution, and the world cannot exist. Therefore Hashem created the world with Middas HaRachamim, with a tremendous amount of mercy. The Middah of Rachamim says there are many mitigating factors. You have to understand his time, his circumstances, the society he lived in. You have to understand what was going on, and you have to take all of that into account. Because the Middah of Rachamim is so strong, it balances out against the Middas Hadin, and that's how the world exists. And I believe that's the answer to this Rashi. Even though this man is a wicked individual, even though he's called an enemy of Hashem, the Middah of Rachamim says you have to understand, you have to take into consideration the times he lived in, his nature, his essence, and the Middah of Rachamim demands, not using strict din, do not enter into judgment with him. And therefore, if it could be, Hashem feels on some level a need to pay this man back, albeit he is wicked and therefore Hashem pays him back in this world. But the point being that even a wicked man, even an enemy of Hashem, the Middah of Rachamim plays into this role and says you have to treat him with mercy. And I believe this concept is very powerful and very impactful in our lives. If an enemy of Hashem is treated with mercy, how much more so we, the children of Hashem, the chosen nation, and understanding that that is our role, and understanding that Hashem is ultimately forgiving, is something that will allow us to approach Hashem and ask appropriately for mercy.